way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the San Francisco 49ers. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. It's Taylor. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready? 58, 58, Mike. I got one. Clear. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And to give this time to the tailback. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now back to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On second down now. It's Taylor looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. He'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on. Almost an interception there defensively. Instead, it brings up 4th. Now, keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Being chased out, the ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Saints. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
He'll come out throwing here on first down. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it a second down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Now again,
oh
inside.
my God.
Taylor. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. They run with Taylor. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 4th down. And Lutz's kick is good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2. Got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim. And hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
Let's go. Let's go.
Ready to break.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Hey! Right there.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, New Orleans. Once that ball was loose, the question was, would this be 2 or would it be 6? It's 6. The defense able to pounce on it.
And for the offense, the training didn't really kick in, did it? Once that ball comes loose, you've got to get on it, make sure that you recover it, or make sure you punch it out of the end zone. Anything but give it to the defense to score a touchdown.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. Here's Stick on 1st and 10. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
You better breathe. Come. Shoot.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On the ready.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
You're out. Show it up. Hey, Zoo. Five.
They're going to go play action now with Stick. On the crossing route, complete. That's Ray. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time.
At the 47-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Watch the boot. Watch the boot. Switch.
And that would cover beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Cooper was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Saints' 49-yard line.
The script is in.
Set. 15 line. 15 line. Go.
On 2nd and 12, Stick escaping the pressure right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Got it.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
7. No. Check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Mike 52.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Hey, Mike 52. Hey, they're scared. Ready.
On 3rd down, it's Stick. He finds his target, Fuller. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
They go play action here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. And again this time to the tailback. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard, stop short of the 35. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he loses the football a 2nd time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Hear that.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, Mike 52. Oh, watch one. Get it.
1st and 10, Stick. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
52's the Mike. Watch Mike.
On 2nd and 10, it's Stick. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Check. Hey, switch gears. Slam.
The give to Taylor. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Taylor. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Back to throw. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season.
Switch. Check 52. Shift.
Looking to throw. Looking deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you
Now
just
you
called
can
it.
go.
I think you just called it desperation time.
Yeah.
I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Break. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Now on 2nd and 16.
Wow.
Stiff.
They'll just
Blitz
watch him run
coming,
right
down
by
he
him.
goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Wide, get wide.
Okay, voted.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Flushed out right. And he fires one that's intercepted.
There's a pass coming.
Dante Jackson picks it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Back to throw here. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Kiki QT, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally you know me.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Go, go, go. Watch right there. Watch
covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Check 52's the mic. Exit, exit.
On 3rd down, Trubisky eluding the pressure right. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Here we go. 18 Gators. Now. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. 3 down. Let's go.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Stick. Dancing to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check that, check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. Big stop, D. Big stop.
Here's Stick, 3rd and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport, the 1st rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Put him there.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
1st down, New Orleans.
He'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
A gain of 19 yards. 1st down, Saints.
55. Right there in the middle. 22, check. Mama. 22, check.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jalen Smith, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They run the counter. Taylor. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Kiki QT. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as his guys continue to pour it on. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Ready. 30 base. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Watch the safety creep. Blue draw Corkers. Snap.
He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Off play action, it's Stick. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, only thing larger than his name is wingspan as he knocks that one away.
At the 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
Yep.
You don't want me.
Hey, Mike 52. Crunch time, defense.
Stick looks to throw it again. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Hey, seam 6. 5.
Stick to throw once more. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play there for the Niners. 46 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Set. 10 Lobo. Hey, Haywood. Hit it. Stick
looks to throw. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A 16-yard touchdown. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Here's a 2nd and 7.
What the fuck?
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect
You didn't
yours.
see the ball?
And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Kamara off the draw. And he is going to lose yardage
Ball
here.
coming right at
Tough
him.
sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Lynch able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Stick from the gun. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It's taken to the 26. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, yeah, but to be frank, just a dominating. This is caught inside the 15.
Why did he stop?
Touchdown, New Orleans. Kiki QT, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now they try the right side here. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
4 down, check, 4 down, 4 down.
Hey, Orbit.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Now.
A shotgun throw for Stick. Cooper's got it. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
We're down. 18 Gators.
On play action, they'll throw. Buying time to his left. His throw incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Stick back to pass. He's got his man. That's Hardman. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 34-yard line. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34.
Not where I put you. What the? God.
Now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
What a waste of time.
18 Gators.
58, somebody.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
Here's Stick on 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete. That's Ray. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marshawn
That was 2
Lattimore.
people.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jalen Smith picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Saints on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. He'll look to throw. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And the lead drops from 34 to 27.
Makes the score Saints 41, 49ers 14.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Taylor. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll drop to throw. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. Here comes the Saints punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Von Bell up to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Now this time he'll look to throw, and he's going to let it go deep. And now here's another interception.
Yeah, from the other
Picked up
receiver.
by Marshawn Lattimore. Intended that time for Cooper.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. 23 yards, the final tally. Now a timeout called for by the defense, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Taylor. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35.
Spin with no
There to
momentum.
stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check 26, check 26.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. 31 yards there and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. From back at the 4, here's second and goal. Now a give right side. Taylor. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Lutz to try to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened.